Hello, Aries. Welcome to What Your Ancestors Want You to Know reading. Um, I'm going to take just a few minutes and do just a little bit of talking here. One is if you haven't seen the first ancestors that we did at the beginning of the year, it's in the playlist. It was back in January, very beginning of January. So you may want to go take a look at that one. Also, take a look at this one, obviously. Because last time what they had done is they basically kind of nudged me and said, here, you need to give these readings. And it was different than anything I had ever done. And I was wondering when they would kind of show back up again. So here they are. Okay. Also, I want to give a big thanks out to everybody for being patient as they're kind of shifting what readings I need to do when. And I know that there were some readings that I did not do. There's just a whole bunch of downloads and things happening. So I just have to do what Spirit asks me to do. Also, I just, again, with the patience, I want to thank you so much for the donations. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel, being a member, a subscriber, being a member of the Patreon channel. If you're not sure what that's about, go take a look at the link in the description box. And for the personal readings that you're requesting, I feel like I don't know how to explain it, guys, other than if you are also spiritual. These downloads, they make my connection with the guides, angels, and ancestors clearer. There's just more information that, comes in. So, again, I'm kind of feeling like I'm raring to go again. Like, okay, I've got a new download. I have a new operating system, if you will. So, anyway, let's not take too much of the time with me saying thank you. I am full of gratitude for all of you. Thank you so much, tribe. So, Aries, let's get into the actual reading here from your ancestors. This one is a little bit different than the other one, too, I will say. The overall energy that they brought out is Pachamama. This is such a beautiful energy. This is you feeling undeserving. Wow, that's really kind of woof, right? Undeserving. Like you're in this space of feeling undeserving. And listen, your ancestors are saying you are not homeless, you are not motherless, right? You feel like you have to work really, really, really hard to survive and thrive. And they're saying, yeah, you do need to work hard, but not as much as you are putting into it, in that physical, mental space. That it's that saying, work smarter, not harder, right? And it feels like they're telling you you're not giving yourself enough time to let go of that idea, like that idea that you have to work that hard. Yes, we work hard, but not in that manner. I don't know how else to explain it. It's time to let go of that thought process, which makes a lot of sense. We are all kind of going through that right now with the pandemic, realizing that we can still have abundance without sacrificing love, without sacrificing time, right? So it's just time to stop suffering. It's time to stop putting yourself in that place. And they're kind of saying like you've been conditioned to think that way. And they're saying you don't have to think that way. That you were, brought here to rejoice and to have abundance, right? You really were to walk. You're brought here to honor life and walk in beauty. So yes, we are. Again, I want to rephrase it. It's not that we're not working at all. Of course we are, but just not in that. We have to, I guess what they're saying is that you have to revisit the way you're thinking about it. You don't have to work 80 hours a week to have abundance in your life and to sacrifice the things you enjoy. Whew. Okay, that took a long time for me to get there, but I get what they're saying now. All right, so what we have here in the tarot spread here, this is kind of a different spread, guys, because this is the King of Cups energy. This is where you're coming to self-awareness. Okay, this is the self-awareness position. This is where you realize emotionally maybe you've given one thing more than another. Okay, maybe you've given more to work, or maybe you've given more to a love relationship and not enough of your work, right? But this is that self-awareness that, oh, I can have balance in my emotional life, especially because they're tied to that work and that love, right? Absolutely tied together. But they don't have to be one sided. They don't have to weigh down on one side. I keep getting the scales, right, pictured in my mind's eye here, there can be balance. And that emotional balance of enjoying what you do to bring your abundance in, but also to enjoy your abundance of love and caring and kindness and time and enjoyment. So you're coming into this self-awareness that, oh, I can balance this out. And that's what your ancestors are trying to pull out of you. They're trying to say you need to be self-aware of that. Then we have your coming into understanding. This is the Prince of Pentacles, okay? So you're coming into this understanding that you have solid financial foundations. I will say this is, kind of the work aspect right now for you. It will be different for all signs. But yeah, there is a stability coming in, a new way of looking at things, a new absolute foundational, how they want me to say it, stronger foundation. So kind of like less is more. Not saying getting rid of things and that you can't have total abundance. You absolutely can. But you're building it now from a different space. You're building it from a stronger foundation. Okay? And you're understanding this now. I keep going back to, because I know how you are, Aries, and I love you for it, but you'll work your tail to the bone. I mean, you really will. And thinking that that's where your happiness is going to come from. And it will and it won't. Okay, so it will from working hard, just not the hours you're putting into it. Okay, you're understanding you need that balance in your life now. Now, I absolutely love this. What's going to be revealed to you is justice. Okay, justice is going to be revealed to you. Now, this can be, it's more of a spiritual reading, guys, but it can touch upon the material things. And this is like, no wonder I'm looking right at it, guys. I haven't lost my mind, I promise. They're just trying to get me to say it in a certain way. Look, the scales, right? The scales. I was just talking about how I saw it in my mind's eye. Well, apparently I saw it in the table too. But yeah, justice is coming in. Truth, fairness, karmic justice. Things are going to balance out for you. Money situations, love situations. It's just going to come in for you. It is. This is what's going to be revealed to you, opened up to you, and you're going to be able to see it and understand it and go, yes, this is karmic things that are owed to you for the hard work you did put in, right? So I love how it's, it's the justice card, but it's very airy, right? We have this fairy, angel, whatever you want to call it here, holding that sword, but that sword doesn't look heavy, even as big as it is. I mean, there's just a lightness about this coming in for you, this justice, this, this is owed to you. I keep hearing that. This is owed to you. These are whatever it might be for you, because it's still a general reading for you guys. But it's, if you're lacking in the love area, that's going to come in. If you're lacking in the work area, that's going to come in. It's the yin and yang. It's the balance, right? The yin and yang, balance of the masculine and the feminine. There's just a lot of balance coming in for you emotionally and financially. Because, again, your self-awareness card is the emotions, and then your understanding is the finance. And so there's the balance right there, which leads us to the acceptance. And your acceptance is going to be you're accepting a gift from the divine. We have the Ace of Pentacles. That is new prosperous beginnings. All right. So the divine is going to come in now that you've made this space, you've balanced things out, the universe is balancing out, and now you have this Ace of Pentacles, which is a new prosperous, again, stable situation, whether that be love or money for you. Wherever you're out of balance, it's going to bring in this new opportunity for you to be in balance. So some of you might renew your relationships. That comes into balance. Might get new love, a new opportunity, love, new business, right? New career. But it's new, and look at the growth potential there. There's just a lot of growth within that. So I think it's really an awakening for you all, is what I'm hearing from your ancestors. An awakening, a revelation, Yeah, like it makes me think of the movie The Office a little bit, like this awakening, like I don't want to sit in this cubicle for the rest of my life kind of thing. Why am I putting so much into this when I'm not getting the justice back out of it, the pay, whatever it might be for you? But I think y'all get where I'm going with here. And of course, because it makes so much sense right now. It's like I can't see the cards, and then I pick it up and go, oh, yeah, okay. So, they brought out the release card. Releasing what no longer serves you, whether that is a job or a person, your mental thought process, right? Letting go of the, oh, I have to do this to be successful. I have to do it this way. I have to work 80 hours a week. And you're just kind of releasing all of that. And it's a beautiful transition when you do. I mean, look at these butterflies coming like right from her heart space. Like it's freeing. Like I really feel like more than even releasing, it's freeing for you, especially on a soul level, right? Because that's coming right like that. Like that's her soul coming out and just being like, I can breathe again. I love that. Now you also have their advice here is to commune with the source, okay? Minimus, commune with the source. They want you to follow the divine, okay? In the sense of don't ignore that Ace of Pentacles that's going to come in. Follow your heart's desire. Commune with source to find out what really makes you in a state of bliss, all right? What is it? And you do that very simply by asking the divine, however whatever that is for you, the universe, and saying, hey, show me the way. Show me the way to my bliss, because I know it's there. Some of you already know what it is. Some of you don't. But yes, more communication, more meditation, whatever that is for you. Some people it's running. Some people it's washing dishes, taking baths. But, your version of meditation, kick it up a little bit more. Kick it up a little bit more. Do it more often. Because you have, which is so amazing here, you have the Raven Goddess, one of my favorite cards in this deck, because, the ravens in a lot of cultures are the messengers. They're the, what do you call it? The shapeshifters. They go between the ethers and the 3D reality, right? And they are the ones who bring the messages from the divine, from your ancestors, angels, guides, right? So you are being shown signs, but you're kind of overlooking them right now, and they're just making you aware, right? That they're making you aware that they're coming, and they've been coming, and you've been missing them, and don't miss them, and you're going to find certain synchronicities, certain serendipitous moments, certain animals, certain number sequences, certain dreams that you have are bringing these messages in, and not to ignore them. Okay, so if you see a raven, whether it be on the internet, on TV, or out in what I call the real world, right? That look it up. There's a meaning behind it. That's how they communicate with us. If you see a certain number sequence, if you see the same, animal, no matter what it is, there's spiritual meaning behind that. If you find an antique ring, wow, that's very specific. Some of you are going to find an antique ring in your home. And that you may not have a message like you can look up, but you'll have a feeling, which is also another message that you get when you hold that ring. That was very specific for somebody. But things like that, guys, things like that, because ultimately what this does is it brings you the sun. And the sun is the ultimate bliss, because it's material wealth, it's health, it's success, it's happiness and relationships. I mean, it's the, I got it all card. And I love that that's what they're saying. Like, you can have it all, but you have to balance it out. But you're coming into that understanding. And that's kind of what they're telling you. You're coming into that understanding. So, Aries, I'm going to grab a few more cards here. Let's see oh, that was quick. Yeah, I love it. The Knight card came out. Be brave and honest. Be honest with yourself. Are you focusing too much on love? Are you focusing too much on work? Are you not giving yourself the rest you need? Be brave to acknowledge that, to look at your life and say, okay, where is it that I'm heavily weighted, right? I love it. What else do we have? Yeah, beautiful. We've got the moon, guys. Take note of intuitive messages. Okay? You're getting messages. You are absolutely getting messages, and they want you to be aware of it. So write it down. The unusual things you may see or not see. They're telling me to pull one more from this deck. Hold on. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Do what makes you happy. Stop doing to do. Right? Stop doing to do. I know that a lot of you maybe not working right now, so follow what your soul is calling you to do. Create that YouTube channel, whatever it might be, right? And some of you are working very hard, but you're not happy. You have to, I know we got to pay bills, guys. I get that, but you got to really reassess. Yeah. Yep. I don't know why I put him way over there. And then there was another card that came out. Dream and journey. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams, guys. Now is the time. We are going through such a huge shift within this pandemic that had to happen. It is time to reassess, reevaluate. It is time to reach out to source, reach out to your inner intuition, reach into your soul. Because your ancestors have your back, and they're just saying, yes, justice will come in with this, right? That's what's going to be revealed to you, is the justice. I love it. And acceptance of this new opportunity. I mean, really, it's quite a beautiful read. I don't think that they have anything else for us. I think that's really just what they want to say is, we're giving you messages, release what doesn't serve you, which there's a lot of that going on, but this is coming straight from your ancestors, guys. They're saying there is more to life for you other than living in that cubicle. Sorry for those of you who work in a cubicle. Yeah, I think it's very beautiful. They are supporting you 100%. I mean, they really are. I keep hearing walk to the beat of your own drum, and they're here to help you get to that space. Ask them to come in, guys. Ask. I know we always talk about that on this channel, but really you have to ask. You have to sit there and say, ancestors, light my path. Don't ask for help. That's not the right way to ask it, in my opinion, or just what they tell me. It's not even an opinion. It's kind of what they tell me. Like you have to say, light my path. Light my path. Show me the way. And then those synchronicities are going to happen. Serendipities, aha moments, if you will, right? I love it. So, Aries, this is your reading from your ancestors. All my love to you, all my gratitude to all of you. Thank you so much for being subscribers and supporting this channel.